Hi.
Hey, Archie. Happy Friday night.
Yes. You forgot to say, aka the book eating boy, aka Bob and Bib.
AKA the book eating boy, Beb, AKA bear on bike, Bob. How are you today?
Very good.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to show you new books tonight because I think that these might be a little bit more fun. You know, in Harry Potter.
What's the new book?
I'm going to show you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Because how old are you?
9.
9 years old. I have 2 books where the main character is a boy who is just your age. So I'm going to show you 2 books. The first one you can see right here. It's called Secret Agent Jack Stalwart. Stalwart. He's 9 years old. The other one we're going to talk about is this one. Have you seen any of these horrible Harry books in your library?
Yes, but not this.
This is Horrible Harry and the Drop of Doom. So Harry, there's many books in the series, and in some of them he's in 2nd grade, and in some of them he's in 3rd grade, because he goes from 2nd grade to 3rd grade and the series keeps going. I think in this one, oh, it's the last day of 2nd grade. That's when this one happens, the last day of 2nd grade. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you and then show you both of these books using Explain Everything, okay? Here we go.
The first book.
The first one I'm going to show you. Which one do you want to see first?
Not the Harry, the other one.
Jack.
Yes.
Okay. Jack it is.
Is Jack like it have earth, like a round earth? What's that called?
But this one is book 7 and he's going to China. If we look at some of the places he's gone to, we can see in book 1, it's the United States, that's New York. And in book 2, it's Australia. And in book 3, he's going to France and then England and then Cambodia. That's not too far away from Taiwan, actually. And then is Kenya, and then comes China right here. And then book 8 is Italy. And I don't know if there are any books after that. I don't know how many Jack Stalwart books there are. So at the beginning of each book, there's a bunch of pages before the book starts. So the book starts here, is chapter 1, but there's all these pages at the beginning that gives information that is really useful for the reader to know. And I'm just going to flip through and show them to you before we read them.
Going to China and met the panda.
Okay, and then, so there's a page where we get introduced to Jack. And then we have this other, see these pages at the top, we learn about something called the Global Protection Force. And then we learn something from the director of the Global Protection Force. He tells us something about Jack's brother that we're supposed to keep a secret. And then they give us information about all the things that we're going to find in every one of the books. These are kind of his gadgets, his tools, his spy stuff that makes him a good spy. So he's going to have a fancy watch phone. We also learn about the Global Protection Force, what it is. We're going to learn about Wizzy. Here's that globe you were talking about. And we're going to learn about the magic map and how it works, and how when he goes off on his mission and comes back, only like 1 minute goes by.
Yes,
We're going to learn about his book bag. And then we're going to meet the people in his family. So next comes the characters. We will meet Jack's dad and Jack's mom. We will meet Jack's older brother, Max, and Jack himself, who is 9. And then since we're going to China, there will be a few pages that give us information about China.
But I know China.
Well, then you'll be able to tell if the information is correct or not. Then we will have some information about the panda.
China have panda.
Yes, and then it also has something called the Terracotta Army. And
Oh, I know this. It is like stone. It's
yeah,
like stone, and it's Chinese is called Bing Ma Yong.
okay. Well, we'll learn some information about that. And then, oh, this one's really funny because, you know, I don't know very much Chinese, but I know enough to find out that there's a few things on this page that are wrong. So, for example,
Hello is called Ni Hao.
that's right. And he has the ni and he has the how, but he has the tones wrong, right? Isn't it third tone, but you pronounce it second tone, third tone? So it's like ni, how, right?
Yes.
And they have it third tone, fourth tone, ni, how.
Ni Hao.
But that's wrong, correct? Isn't that wrong?
Yes. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's Ni Hao.
And then here,
Goodbye.
I think they got this one right. They have 再见.
Yes. 再见.
Yeah, okay. But then this one, I think they have it wrong. Because
Which
I
one?
think that this is third
My
tone.
name is John.
Whoa, yeah.
Whoa.
Isn't this supposed to be third tone?
我叫.
Oh,
No,
is
it's
it fourth tone?
supposed to be fourth tone.
So this is correct.
Yes.
我叫 Jack. Okay.
我叫 Jack.
Now, this is interesting to me because this is supposed to be in China, but they're using the where is from Taiwan, right? Because in Taiwan, we say na li, but in China,
Nali.
they say nar. Right?
Yes, because now in China, but not before. Now
Oh.
in China, they said, I don't know how to say that because they
So
not
this is
a China person.
在哪里? Is that
在
right?
哪里? Where is it?
Say it again.
在哪里?
Right, where is it? Okay, so they got that right. At least that's how we say it in Taiwan. But the one that they got wrong is hello, isn't it?
Yes, 你好.
It should be,
Not 你好,
that's right. It should be second tone, third tone.
but the
Ni hao.
pronounce is right.
Yeah, this part, yeah, that's how I taught my dad how to say it. Ni, and I think Kristen teaches it that way too. Okay. Then we have more information to learn. We have to learn, this is the instruction manual for the gadgets. So we learn about something he uses called MapMate. And we learn about something he uses here, this tool called the laser burst. And he's got a secret language decoder that probably helps him with the Chinese language. And he has a motion sensor.
Motion sensor.
Well, we'd have to read about that. Okay, so those are all the pages at the beginning of this book, okay? Now, let's take a quick look at Horrible Harry and the Drop of Doom. This is not the only Horrible Harry book I have. I have a few others. I've read some others that are really quite funny. So let's see what it says on the back about this book. It says, The last day of second grade has finally arrived. To celebrate, Song Lee, that's one of his classmates. I think she's from Korea. She's having a party at the local amusement park. Everyone is talking about their favorite rides. Harry brags that he likes all the rides as long as they're scary. So he's like, I love scary rides. So his sworn enemy, Sydney, this is a boy in the class that does not like him, dares him to try the park's newest ride called the Drop of Doom. Dun, 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 dun. Harry agrees before he realizes the ride has the one horrible thing he hates. If Harry can't face his fear, he will be doomed to live through third grade at Sydney's mercy. Because Harry has been bragging, I love to be scared. And Sydney's like, okay, fine. I dare you to get on that ride, the scariest of them all. And if Harry doesn't do it, if he says, no, I'm too scared, then maybe Sydney will tease him in third grade. And Harry does not want that to happen. So this is, and there's these chapters. So there's only 6 chapters in the book. It's a shorter book. And it starts out with a chapter called The Red Envelope. You know about the red envelope. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
How do you say it in Chinese? You get one on Chinese New Year?
The red envelope is called Hong Bao.
That's right. Hong Bao. Is that right?
Yes, Hong Bao.
Is it first tone, third tone?
Hong. Third tone and one third and one.
Hong Bao.
Yes, Hong Bao.
So that is the red envelope, and that's the first chapter in this story. So this one looks kind of good too, doesn't it? Now we have to decide, which one do you want first?
Jack.
Jack it is.
Jack.
This is called Secret Agent Jack Stalwart, the puzzle of the missing panda. And we can see at the bottom, it is book 7. Now, do you know what a secret agent is?
No.
Do you know the word spy?
Yes, I know.
You do?
In Chinese, it's called 间谍 or.
So,
Okay.
do you think being a spy sounds exciting or dangerous or scary?
Dangerous.
It does sound dangerous. What about exciting or scary?
Exciting.
Yeah, maybe exciting and dangerous. Now, usually adults, big people, are the secret agents, right? But in this story, it's going to be a 9-year-old boy. How do you think his parents feel about him being a secret agent, which means he's doing dangerous and exciting things to save the world?
Maybe his parents didn't know.
Aha, very, very good thinking. Yeah, I think if his parents knew, do you think they would say, okay, that sounds great? Or do you think they would say, what?
What? Maybe they will say, what? Damn, stop it, come back. Ah!
Do you think that your mom would let you be a secret agent if you asked her? Yeah, if Kristen asked me if she could be a secret agent, I would say, no way, Jose. Okay, let's go ahead and check out our introductory pages here.
Taiwan is there.
Did you see it?
I saw Taiwan.
Yeah, I see it too. Let's mark it. Right here.
Taiwan.
Do you know what this is right here?
Japan.
Yeah.
Japan. Japan.
There you go. And do you know what color should I use? Yellow. Do you know what this is right here?
한국. Korea.
Yes. All right. So I don't know if you can see the yellow on there. That's South Korea. We just call it Korea. Okay, I'll do one more. Do you know what this is down here? I'll start writing it and then you see if you can figure it out.
I don't know.
The Philippines.
Philippines.
Do you know that one in Chinese?
Philippines.
This is
China.
China.
China's Chinese is 中国.
Now, do you know what happens if you come up here and you walk across right here? Do you know where you are?
The other side of the world.
Yeah, but guess where you are? Do you know that you are in the USA?
I know.
It's true. It's in Alaska.
Yes. It's around.
Yeah, because the world is around. Okay. So let's see what we find out about Jack. He's actually talking to us on this page because I see the first person pronoun my right here. But let's read what it says on the top. It says, Global Protection Force file on Jack Stalwart. So this is a file like this. This would be a folder called a file folder. You can open it up and put papers in it. So they have a file folder on Jack. It says Jack Stalwart. I don't really know how to say this name very well. Stalwart, I think. Applied to be a secret agent for the Global Protection Force 4 months ago. Now, I think that they like to just go with the G. Whoops, how'd that happen? I thought that I got pink. I think they like to go with the GPF, and that's this GPF, Global Protection Force. Well, global is talking about the whole world, the globe. Did you just have a globe that you showed us? It looks like a ball, right?
Yes.
Showing the whole world. That's the globe. So if somebody says global with an AL on the end, it means it's for the whole world. Protection force. Well, force is a group of people who are going to protect something, and they're protecting the whole world. So he's part of a group of people who are protecting the whole world. And this was 4 months ago. And so this is his application. So actually this is not him talking to us, the reader. This was him writing a letter to the Global Protection Force saying to them that he wants them to hire him. So he says, my name is Jack Stalwart. My older brother, Max, was a secret agent for you until he disappeared, on one of your missions. Now, I want to be a secret agent too. If you choose me, I will be an excellent secret agent and get rid of evil villains, the bad guys, just like my brother did. Sincerely, Jack Stalwart. Now, I want you to notice these verbs right here. Was, disappeared with an ED on the end, and did. What do you notice about those three verbs? Was, disappeared, and did.
Two was like
Do you remember when we talked about verbs?
two was past tense, but one wasn't.
Actually, all three of them are the same thing. Either all three are past or all three are present.
All three are past.
Yeah, so then, and look who the subject is for each of these. Was a secret. This is Max, the brother. Okay, my older brother, Max, was a secret agent for you. He, okay, the he is talking about the older brother, Max. He disappeared, and my brother, Max, did. So whenever he's talking about his brother, Max, okay, which is here, here, and here, the verb that he's using is past tense, which means it's all finished. So my brother was, that means he's not anymore. Was, that means in the past. He, my brother, disappeared in the past. My brother did what? Get rid of evil villains, but that's in the past. So what does Jack believe about his older brother? Does he believe that his older brother is still a secret agent? No, he doesn't, because every verb he uses.
But did his brother disappear in real life?
Well, that's what Jack thinks. Jack thinks his brother has disappeared. And so all of the verbs that he uses, whenever he talks about his brother, all of the verbs that he uses are past tense. He was, if he says he was a secret agent, that means he doesn't think he is anymore. If he disappeared and he doesn't tell us that he came back, he thinks he's still missing. And here, if he says my brother did, it's just like my brother did. He's talking about getting rid of evil villains. So he's like, I know my brother got rid of evil villains for you when he was a secret agent, but he doesn't believe he's a secret agent anymore because he's missing, because he disappeared. But if we look at all the other verbs on this page, we've got is, want, well, we have will be, get, and if we look at who is the subject for those, he's talking about my name. He's talking about Jack. He's like, my name is Jack. He says, I want to be, I will be, and I will get. Oops, that should be green. So whenever he's talking about himself, he's using present tense verbs because this is what he wants right now. So he's writing a letter saying to the GPF, I want you to hire me. I want to be a secret agent now. I want to do all of the things that my brother did when he used to be a secret agent, but he's not anymore because he disappeared. So he uses different verb tense when he's talking about himself, that's present tense, and when he's talking about his brother, that's past tense. But now from the same file, we've got something that's highly confidential. Now this is kept in a file folder at the GPF. I do not think Jack has seen this. Okay, so people that work there that are like in charge, like the boss, I think they have seen this, but highly confidential means don't show it to people. Like don't show it to Jack. Don't make sure no one sees this. It's just for very few people to know this information. All right, so, and it's written by someone named Gerald Barter. He's the director of Global Protection Force. So he is the boss. He's at the top. All right, and he says, Jack Stalwart was sworn in as a Global Protection Force secret agent 4 months ago. Since that time, he has completed all of his missions successfully and has stopped no less than 12 evil villains. That means 12. When it says no less than 12, that means 12. 12 evil villains. Villain is a fancy word for bad guys. Because of this, he has been assigned the code name. This is like a secret name, Courage. Courage means bravery, being very brave. Jack has yet to uncover the whereabouts of his brother Max. Okay, this tells us that Jack is looking for his brother Max, but he has not found him. But now we find out, let's keep reading. Max, who is still working for this organization at a secret location. Wow, that means we, the reader, know something that Jack does not know. We know that Jack's brother, Max, is still alive and he's still working for the GPF. He's on a secret mission. He has not disappeared. And then it says, do not give secret agent Jack Stalwart this information. That doesn't seem very nice. Poor Jack is so worried about his brother, looking for him, trying to find him, just wants to know that he's okay. And here his boss knows that he's okay and is not telling him. Does that sound very nice? No. He says he, Jack, is never to know about his brother. You know, I just have a little bit of a hard time with that. It makes me not like Gerald Barter. I don't really like him. I think that's mean. I don't think it's fair. So, but you know, there's a lot of these, where did I put the book? There are a lot of these books, and maybe in the very last one, he finds Max. That's my prediction. What do you think?
Me too, the same as you.
Yeah, because I don't think the author would have us read book after book after book after book. And in every book, we're hoping, is this the book that he will find Max? Is this the one? Is this the one? And then have it never happen. He doesn't succeed in his big mission. And then she says, okay, I'm done writing. I don't think she would do that. All righty, so we have to look over some of these pages here about the things that we will find in every book. So the watch phone, this is the only gadget Jack wears all the time, even when he's not on official business. His watch phone is the central gadget. A gadget is kind of like a cool tool. And this is kind of, central means it's kind of the most important one. And it makes most of the other gadgets work. It's kind of like a controller. There are lots of important features, most importantly, the C button, which reveals the code of the day, necessary to unlock Jack's secret agent book bag. We're going to see the book bag in a minute. There are buttons on both sides, one of which ejects his life-saving melting ink pen. Wow, this is a lot of technical stuff. So he has a melting ink pen that can save his life, and it comes out of his watch phone, I guess. Beyond these functions, it also works as a phone and, of course, gives Jack the time of day. All right, we've learned a little bit about the Global Protection Force, or the GPF. It's an organization, that's a group of people that Jack, or a group.
The GPF, why isn't it called the GPS? Not the F.
Well, what would you call it? What would the S stand for?
GPS, didn't you know? The GPS, it's very close. GPF.
But GPS, but GPS, a GPS stands for something different.
The GPS stands for Global.
The P is not protection. The P is positioning, because it tells you where your position is in the world, or where your place is in the world, where you're located. And then the S is a system. So GPS is a global positioning system, tells you where you are in the world. That's not what this organization is. The organization is a group of people that are organized to do something. And what they do is they protect the world from villains or bad guys. But let's see what it tells us here. It's a worldwide force of young secret agents. So they're kids. All of the secret agents are kids, whose aim or goal is to protect the world's people, places, and possessions, or things that people own. No one knows exactly where its main offices are located. All correspondence, this would be if you send it a letter or an email, and gadgets for repair, so if one of your tools is broken and needs to be fixed, are sent to a special PO box. It's like a post office box, or a box at the post office. And training is held at various locations around the world. But Jack thinks it's somewhere cold, like the Arctic Circle. That is his prediction. You know, it sounds to me like the GPF is a really cool organization that does really good things because it helps people, right? It helps protect the world. So I want to like it. But it's hard to like it when I find out that the director knows that Jack is looking for his older brother, Max, knows that Max is safe, but says, do not give this information to Jack. He is never to know about his brother. That makes it hard for me to like the organization, but it does sound like the GPF is doing good work. I think this is going to be our last page today. Wizzy is Jack's magical miniature globe. Almost every night at precisely 7:30 p.m., that means on the dot, exactly 7:30, not 30 seconds later, but exactly at 7:30, the GPF uses Wizzy to send Jack the identity of the country that he must travel to. You know, this is interesting to me. It says almost every night. If it's almost every night, that means that like on Monday, Jack can go to one country. On Tuesday, he can go on a different mission to a different country. On Wednesday, he could go on a third mission to a third country because he gets back in 1 minute, right? That's the magic of the stories. But if he's going to a different country and doing a different mission every single night or almost every night, I would think he would be exhausted, super tired. So at 7:30, Wizzy right here finds out which country he's going to. Now Wizzy cannot talk, but he can cough up messages. Jack's parents, this is important, I think. Jack's parents don't know Wizzy is anything more than a normal globe. So they don't know that there's some magic going on in Jack's room. And then we have, more magic, the magic map. The magical map, okay, so this word is important because it tells us that this story cannot really happen in real life. And there will be things that happen in the story that are not possible. So this is a magical map hanging on Jack's bedroom wall. Unlike most maps, the GPF's map is made of a mysterious wood. Once Jack inserts the country piece from Wizzy, the map swallows Jack whole and sends him away on his missions. When he returns, he arrives precisely, that's exactly 1 minute after he left. So it's made of wood, and then Wizzy is going to give him a piece that he's going to stick into the map, and then the map, it's really weird how the map can kind of swallow him, even if it's made out of wood. If something's made out of wood, like a table, I don't see it bending to wrap its arms around someone like a hug. That doesn't really make sense to me. But this is a magic map. And then we have the book bag, secret agent book bag, the book bag that Jack wears on every adventure or mission, licensed only to GPF secret agents. So only the secret agents can use this bag. It contains top secret gadgets necessary to foil bad guys. Foil means to trick them or catch them or stop them from doing bad things. And it's also necessary for escaping certain death. Oh, you're right. Secret agent work is dangerous. To activate the bag before each mission, to turn it on, Jack must punch in a secret code given to him by his watch phone. Once he's away, all he has to do is place his finger on the zip, which identifies him as the owner of the bag and immediately opens. So it will only open for him. So those are some, and then next time we will meet his family, and then we will learn about China, and then we can start the first chapter. So let me put our star here. Okay. Okay, time to say.
So long.
Bye, Archie.